Morning, guys. Still in. Excuse me. That honestly was not like thought about or anything. That's just how it happened. Anyway, I'm in Cheyenne. I got a load going back to Oregon, or Oregon, as Lois says it. She's from New Hampshire. She's kind of weird, just like anyone else from New Hampshire. And I say that with love. The entire Northeast, you guys have a really distinct accent. She pronounces Oregon, Oregon. Now, it's spelled like it looks like Oregon, but my entire life living right next door to it in California, Oregon. But anyway, yeah, it's 1,100 miles, so at least it's good miles. It sucks because it's still the West Coast. Yep, this is almost like a joke, I feel like. I did call the people yesterday in charge of driver placement, is the term my company uses, to inquire about temperature controlled freight, mostly out of Laredo, Texas. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've only been to our Laredo yard once, and it was an interesting experience. Basically, the 2 trailers that I had to take that were preloaded, they had kingpin locks on them, and I had to go take the kingpin lock off. And those can be a little challenging to deal with at times, and they're greasy, dirty. Obviously, that's not the case. Like every trailer I pick up, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I mean, if it is, it's not the end of the world, because I would become an expert at kingpin locks. But, ugh, yeah, that sucked. Anyway, I'm gonna go do my pre-trip and hit the road. I'm gonna stop in Pocatello, Idaho today, is the plan. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but before I got into trucking, I worked in construction. When things slowed down in California, I met a friend, or I met a guy. We were both on vacation down in San Diego in the hot tub, and we just started talking and kind of hit it off. And I worked for him for 3 months in Idaho, and we're still friends to this day. And I'm going to try to get there tonight, spend the night at his place, and then I'll hit the road again tomorrow morning. And from there I'll get close enough to my customer for the day that it won't be a problem to, what am I trying to say? Yeah, the on-time delivery shouldn't be a problem. I'll have to get up early the day after tomorrow to do it, but I should be able to make it happen. So anyway, guys, that's it. We'll see what the day actually brings. Hey, you guys. Drove for about 20 minutes and ran into this. Yep. Wet, slicking spots, extreme blowover risk, closed to light, high-profile vehicles. I'm a high-profile vehicle that is very light, so I parked. I drove for 20 minutes or so. Yeah, not the start to the day I wanted. When I was driving eastbound on I-80 yesterday, the sign said high profile winds till 5 a.m. tomorrow. It's like, okay, cool. So when I got this load last night, I had 4 hours left to potentially drive. And the only reason I did not drive was because of the sign about high winds till 5 a.m. It's like, alright, I'll just wait till tomorrow when there's no more wind, or a lot less wind, and I'll be okay. And this is the price I pay for thinking. So, just gonna hang out here for a bit and see what happens. Alright, guys, I'm going crazy. Still at this truck parking area because of my light weight in the wind. I've been here for 6 hours and 50 minutes, and I've left my truck 0 times. I've watched 2 movies. I watched Hangover and Hangover 2 again. Watched an episode of The Office, played a couple video games, and I'm going crazy! Sorry, I don't want to yell. But, let's be real. I'm trapped in a box. I mean, I could go outside, I guess, but that would involve putting on clothes, like, more than what I'm already wearing, if I'm going to be comfortable. Yeah, I kind of thought being lazy. I mean, it is Saturday after all, right now as I'm filming this, so we'll see. Yeah. Been fun, watch the birds try to fly backwards, although right now they're doing pretty well. But I did just check the weather conditions on the road, and it's still closed for light, high-profile vehicles. We got now some snow blowing around. So my guess is I'm going to be here all night. And yeah, this is going to suck. But whatever. I mean, could be worse. I could be homeless and jobless. That's kind of about where I'm at right now. Yeah, I've hit a lot of people up on Facebook I haven't talked to in forever just to kill time. Mostly I just initiate things with a wave. And if they're willing to wave back, then I'd actually talk. I mean, before that Facebook Messenger had that wave feature, I would just say hi, hey, what up to people, see how they're doing, and they'd read the message and just ignore it. It's like, okay, cool, whatever, your prerogative. Kind of lame though, but it's your prerogative. Oh yeah, so hopefully that made sense right there. It made sense in my head, but just saying it sounded kind of weird. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, just small little update for those of you following the small storyline about San Antonio girl. For whatever reason, we haven't communicated today, and it's not from a lack of trying on my part. It is a weekend. She is a single mom, but how do you not have time to read a Snapchat or respond back to a text? Yep, I'd be a darn fool not to be thinking about that, considering our history. So, yep. So, don't know what I'm going to do, but before I ramble on something else, I'm just going to end this, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings, if anything. Alright guys, end of the day. Very stressful night of driving, just a lot of wind, and I'm light. I pulled over an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, with the intent of stopping, but then I looked at the weather, and the weather is only going to get worse. So it's like, well, battle the wind tonight, and yeah, or wait it out a couple of days potentially, because my load is light, and they're expecting ice and snow the next few days. So I'd rather just deal with wind and dry conditions than wind, snow, and ice. Wind, snow, and ice, especially with a load this light, I'd be parking it and parked up for a few days, and I need to get to Walmart to get provisions. So it's like, yeah, I could live in a couple of days in my truck. It would not be an enjoyable couple of days. I would have chili for like 3 meals a day. Yeah, I need a little bit of variety. I need some snacks. My cooler is like darn near empty. But anyway, got here finally, and I'm exhausted. But I'm at the Loves in Wamsutter, wherever I was like 2 days ago. Or no, was I here? I started the day yesterday here. So same Loves. I'm gonna go into Subway, get me a meatball marinara sandwich, get a much needed shower, and get going tomorrow. Tomorrow my plan is to get to Boise, Idaho, at least, and I should be able to. It's like 530 miles away from here. I have a friend there, so hopefully I could park where I park in Boise, where there's always truck parking, and he can pick me up. We can what am I trying to think? We can go out for dinner or something. That's if he's available. He's a flight attendant, so he never knows his schedule. But I talked to him yesterday, and he said that it should work, but he's on call, so if he gets called in, oh well. Yeah, so this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.